Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're doing Siman Reish Nun Gimel. We're just going to polish Sif Aleph, and hopefully Sif Beis is talking about Chazor. After, let's say, you want to bring back the pot of cholent or water. What happened by water? We didn't talk about that. So I just want to polish Siman Aleph, and then if we have time, we'll learn about Chazor, bringing back to Kiro or to Tanu, to bring it back, if it's allowed or not, and what is the conditions. So I think you have 5 conditions in order to bring it back. So let's just summarize what we saw in the first halacha, because this is a practical halacha. If you cooked something, if you put something on the fire, and it was a live piece of meat, always he said even if a pot, that's what he said, even if it's not go for kotum, means the fire where, it's open fire or whatever it is, it's still allowed. Because we're not afraid you're going to store it, because in your head, you left it, because it has to be cooked for many hours, and it's not like you want it now, that if you store it, it'll be better. But if it was cooked a little bit, so that was the problem, is if it's less than machal ben rusoi, so this is a problem. According, we said, if it's not machal ben rusoi, so then it has to be go for cotton, otherwise it's a problem. If it's kemachal ben rusoi, so then we want to be as machloikes, chanino, and chachomim. According to chanino is mekel, according to chachomim is machmir. So it comes out, let's say water is a problem. Because water is a big machloikes, if you have, it's a big machloikes, if you have bishul after bishul, means if you cooked already, if you cook it again, that's only by yovesh, or when it's dry, or when we're talking about when it's food. But water, over there, even everybody holds that it'll be a problem. What is a problem? And the water, even those that hold you, there's no bishul chabishu by water. They said it's awesome. Even let's say you cooked before Shabbat, now you want to put it again, and it got cold, you want to put it again, this is a problem. Okay, this is basically the summary of Siman Aleph. Now we want to talk about Chazor. We talk about when you put it before Shabbos, and you want it to be cooked, so you should have hot food, yeah? So you said if it's already cooked, then, you could be maker. What happened in Shabbos, let's say at night, Friday night, you have a pot of cholent, and you want to eat some, and then you want to put it back. You don't want to take everything. You want to take 1 portion, 2 portions, and then you want to put it back. What happens then? You're allowed or not? What happens if you have soup? You want to eat the soup tomorrow, the next day, or you could or you can't. So we have over here a couple of, first, machloikes, everything is machloikes, mechaber and ramo. First, what is how much height it is, how hot it is, yeah? And what you had in mind when you took it out, and it's mevushel kotzoko, it's cooked complete, yeah? If you put it into the kira but not inside, so we'll see all the details. What's decided to be makel, what is decided to be machmir, and this is also like a very important halacha. So let's start halacha base, and we'll see. This is also a problem like a crock pot. We didn't talk about that. Are you allowed to use crock pot or not? So some people say in America everybody uses it, but I think you have to put like a tinfoil inside, and then you put it in. That's what comes out of according to Shmer Shabbos Kilchos. But anyhow,
What was that?
a crock pot.
Yeah.
So you should put a tinfoil inside and then put it on. And so it's the same problem, because it's not going from kotum, and there's a problem. Anyhow, kira, she grufa uktuma, we're doing halacha base. Kira, that it's like an oven. It's like something you have. But we said kira is what something is below, has the fire, and you put it on top of it. You have a place for two pots. But it's golfing kotum. You don't have all doesn't have coals, or it's almost it's dying already. The coals are dying, or you put on it ashes. ונטל הגדרה מעליה, אפילו בשבת, and he took out the pot. Even in Shabbos, says the Mechaber, mutar להחזירה. You're allowed to bring it back. כל זמן שהיא רותחת. If it's boiling hot, if it's hot, you can bring it back. So obviously what is hot? Has to be yoter, yad soledet, but it means more than 45 Fahrenheit. So that's a rotachat, you can bring it back. Hagoy, says the Ramo, it's not enough just to leave it. Has to be vodena biyado. Has to be a condition that you still have to hold it in your hands. Otherwise, you can't bring it back. That's number one. Number two, velo inicha al gabe hakaka. He didn't put it on top of the floor. Hagoy, another, the Ramo says, you have a condition, velato leachzira. He has to have it in mind when he took it off that he should bring it back. And another condition, v'davka gaba. Aval letocha asu. Only when it means inside. Yeah, the gaba. Means the ovid fonea milemala. Means that he put the cover onto the side. But betocha inside, you put in it, then it's awesome. Now we talk about kira, tanur. That's another thing. We're going to talk about it in a minute. Well, let's first start with kira. Tanur has more because it goes really, it has one, only for one part, so the heat is much more stronger. So over there is the problem. We're always afraid of what? Of adding to the fire. But let's start the first part. So if you want to bring it back, so by tanur, an oven is always forbidden. Why? Even if it's gorov and kotel, even if it was what was heat by kashu gvava, by straw, by flax, yeah, that it doesn't become cold. And we're not afraid maybe you'll store it because you can't store it even. Why? So we said since the oven has extra heat, yeah, so taking out the cold doesn't help. That's why it's called cooking. That's why according to the Mechaber, it's always awesome. Tanur is always awesome. Now, what happens by kupach? Yeah, kupach is what? It's something a little bit more less. Yeah. You only can put. You're right. You only can put one pot. Yeah, but it's more than kilo. But it's still not a tanur. It means it's hot, but not as hot as an oven. Yeah, so it depends. If it's kashu gvava, if it's straw, things that you cannot, it's not coals that you're not going to store it. A case like that, we say what? It's muto. Yeah, you can bring it back, but we have to know soon what is the conditions. And we said we had 5 conditions. But if it's heat by wood and kefet, so we're afraid it's going to store it. Yeah, then you're not allowed to put it back. Yeah, if you took it off in Shabbos, you want to bring it back to the kupach, you cannot put it back. Kira. So over here it depends. Yeah. So again, if you have wood or coals, even if you go over coals, if you took out the coals, you took out this, still it's forbidden. But if it's kashu gvava, you muto. That's the second condition. The third case is bringing back by kira that it doesn't have, that it's gorov and kotel. Means you took out the coals and it's kotel. So the din is what? So you're allowed to bring it back in Shabbos. You can put it back in Shabbos if it's garuf or katul. Yeah? And even there's a chiddush, even mitztamek v'yofel, even when the more it cooks, it becomes what? Becomes better. But we said we have 5 conditions. So B'ezras Hashem, tomorrow we'll see the 5 conditions by kira when you're allowed to bring it back. I want to wish everyone a good day today.